What's up, shitheads? Just Chase.
I will take the reign as shithead number uno.
There we go. Championship recap time.
Oh, I lost you. Darn. I lost Will. It's a good start. Let me find out where everybody's been going. There he is.
Technical difficulties.
It's all right. I blame that on Tyler since he renewed our league.
Right. At the same time we tried to start the podcast.
Your Wi-Fi couldn't handle it.
Yeah. Can we recap how the one vote led you to the ring and not someone else? Yes, we will recap that. Because Wendell decided to vote to leave the playoffs how it was rather than reseed, I played Tyler in the semifinals and beat him, whereas I would have played Sweet Pea and
Would you have
Hayden
won?
would have played Tyler. Let's see.
Well, then would Tyler have beaten Hayden? Because Hayden.
Yes, so Tyler and I would have both won because I beat Tyler by less than 2, and Sweet Pea only had 132 points, so I would have beat him by 11, and Tyler would have beat Hayden by 19.
Damn.
So it would have been me against Tyler in the finals, and Tyler's team put up 178 points this week. Even Hayden's team outscored both me and Sweet Pea, but
damn.
Yeah. So worked out in my favor. I won the final 2 games by a combined 4.22 points.
Oh my god.
So doesn't matter as long as you win.
Amen. Yeah, I was about to say it doesn't matter.
And like I told y'all in our group text, I started 3 tight ends the last 10 weeks of the season, including the playoffs.
Yeah, so, I know we've talked about it in the last 2 shows that like tight ends has been so hard to get production from, at least at the beginning of the year. And I was watching I think the Footballers, and they were going over tight ends that scored more than Travis Kelce during the playoffs. And I know for Hayden, that sucks for because I believe he has Travis Kelce. And the likes of Logan Thomas, Tyler Conklin, Kyle Pitts,
who
all outscored Travis Kelce in the playoffs in fantasy. It's unbelievable.
Right. So yeah, and David Njoku, I think him in the fantasy playoffs, he had like 20 more points than the next tight end or something.
It's probably why he got a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, which I mean, granted, his was that first week he scored like 27.
Yeah,
but still.
Joe Flacco, he's returned.
Right. He's enough that they're sitting him week 18.
That's crazy too. So who do they play? DTR, is he healthy?
No, they're starting a different quarterback.
Who are they starting? What?
Yeah. Let's see, I'm gonna look this up. The 5th quarterback that they're starting. Jeff Driscoll.
Ah, nice. I think he played at UAB. For some reason, that came to mind.
No, he played at Florida.
Ah, damn. No, that's close.
Yeah. The T Swift effect.
Seriously, though.
Yeah. Ever since it all really went public, he's gonna.
He looked like an absolute baby during the Raiders game. And I think Tony Romo was the one that was talking about it, which of course. But it's like, all right, it's time to stop slamming your helmets into the ground like you've been doing that all year. How about you figure it out and get, to the Chiefs level of playing? I'm like, no, keep doing that. It's great.
What the hilarious thing was that I saw was that Taylor Swift is from Philly, so she's always been an Eagles fan. So when the Chiefs beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl last year, that she decided to go join the Chiefs kingdom and blow them up from within.
Well, if that's the case, then Swift's my girl. Way to go.
Can we have 2 minutes of me talking about how good his Oculus is so Chase may get one?
Guys, I know how good it is. It's just not a good time.
Absolutely, it is.
So we'll see. We'll see. But yes, no, I've looked into
Well,
it and stuff. It looks freaking awesome.
so I got a golf club for my controller that came in today.
Oh yeah.
And I swung it a couple times and it was fine. And then Tyler said, "Hey, you may want to make sure you like tie that on there with the strap." And so I actually went on and tried to play a couple holes. And the first time I actually swung it, that son of a bitch came right out.
Oh
So
no.
good thing I had it tied on there.
Did you like leave a hole in your TV or something?
Well, fortunately, I was swinging it at the wall over here. So
Mm.
it would have just hit the wall, but it stayed on because I had the strap tied around it. If I didn't have the strap tied around it, it would either been in the wall or out the window.
Lit.
So yeah, it's
That'd
good
be fun.
How did the holes go? I just swung on the driving range. I didn't actually play any holes. So, but I think I got it figured out to where I'm not gonna worry about it flying everywhere. So,
Well, Will, I think you deserve to take your lap for sure. That victory was probably one of the more surprising, but if we've all learned something, sell your
anything
team.
can happen. Yeah, right.
No, sell your team.
Sell your team. Yeah,
Sell your
So
team.
at the end of week 2, I traded Tyler, Josh Allen, and Devontae Adams for Lamar Jackson and Jed's first pick, which ends up giving me the first overall pick. I won the league in a dynasty and get the first overall pick, so it's kind of nice.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I still hope your team somehow tanks, but yeah, that didn't help me at all that you got the number 1 overall pick this year.
Well, I
Next
could
year
have
I
very
did it.
easily, because I was 6th in points scored and 6th in points against, so I could have very easily gone the other way.
Yeah.
But I put the matchup up here just to take a look at. So obviously the big one is Lamar getting 36 points for me is what helped. Because if you'd have told me I'd have had a wide receiver with 0 and Derrick Henry get 4, I would have figured out I got smoked.
Yeah.
So
Rightfully so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you did you call me or just you called me. That's right. Or no, I called you first and then we had that conversation, I think, about KJ Osborne, whether you should sit or you should play him, right?
Yep.
Oh, hey, what's up, Trey?
Look, it's about time.
Sorry, man. I fucking
thought it was 8:15. I knew you did.
No, I had I had an audio question I needed answered, and I was on the phone getting that shit lined out. So,
gotcha.
All right.
I gotta fix this shit. This looks. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I was torn on whether or not to start KJ or not because I went into the game being up 2.34, like what I finished.
Yeah.
And Sweet Pea had nobody that was playing in that last game. So I was like, do I sit him? Do I start him? And I originally set him, and then I started him like 20 minutes before the game started. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. If something crazy happens and he loses 2.5 points, then I deserve to lose. But he didn't get a single target. So
damn, you got a fucking goose egg and you still won?
Yeah. Dude, yeah. It's unbelievable. It really is.
Yep.
I was on the bench KJ Osborne because my thing is a stat correction I wouldn't imagine would be at the multitude of 2.34 points. If anything, it's going to be like half a point or maybe a full point or something like that, which would still make you the winner. But like he could totally like take a carry, get blown up in the backfield, lose 5 yards, and then lose a fumble, and be out the rest of the game because of a concussion. So like that was my reasoning of just sit him because I don't think even if there was a stat correction, that would be enough. But that was my opinion.
Yeah, and I thought about all that too and I went back and looked at it. So we've only had like 4 stat corrections all season, and the highest point differential was 0.6 on a stat correction, which was, I think, a reception or
it was that Patrick Mahomes thing. Whatever happened, I forget.
Well, there was that one, and then there was Jared Goff a pass to Josh Reynolds, or maybe it was 0.4. It was 4 additional yards to Josh Reynolds on the pass.
How do you miss 4 yards?
I don't know. It may have been one of those end of the game lateral type things.
Oh, okay.
So there was that, and
So
then
that is
KJ
hard.
Osborne hadn't had a carry all season. So
Almost happened, apparently. I mean,
Yep.
seriously, he had 0 points.
and he played 62% of the snaps. It's not like he didn't play. He
Yeah.
played 62% of the snaps and still didn't get a touch or
So
even a
weird.
look. So I'll take it.
Yeah. Hell yeah, you better be.
Man, he had a couple of dudes that if he started, he'd have beat you, but I wouldn't have
Oh,
started
yeah.
those guys over who he started.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, I didn't know if Nico Collins' fumble was going to hurt me because that fumble, you could almost, like, they could have gone back and ruled that not a fumble because he was, like, running out of bounds. It was, like, right on the barrier, but the game didn't matter because Houston was up so much, so nobody even thought twice about it. So
Yeah.
that could have come back to hurt me. Tucker Kraft ended up having 10.9, I think. So and I was torn on starting him or Jake Ferguson. So that could have come back to bite me, but fortunately I had just enough. Thanks to Lamar's 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, jeez. What a time to do it.
Well, and speaking of stat corrections too, they actually corrected it during the game, but they had a 41-yard pass to Justice Hill that they reversed to a run.
Oh, damn.
So yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Was it a run?
That's nearly 2 points.
I
Full
still
points
haven't.
right there.
Yeah, I still haven't seen the play, but I imagine it was one of those like swing passes that was right down the line, and they ended up rolling it a backwards pass for a rush.
Damn.
I think the Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl.
I think
they're the team to do it.
Yeah. If it's not the 49ers or the Ravens, it's going to be a 7 seed.
About the 49ers are going to choke. I'm fucking telling you. They're going to fucking
I said
choke.
either or, and then I said if it's not one of them two, it's going to be a 7 seed just because this year's been weird.
Somebody was like,
it's going to end up
they
being
leaked the script. Yeah, somebody said they leaked the script
Yes.
and said it was going to be the Cowboys and the Browns in the Super Bowl.
No. I can believe the Browns, but no. Cowboys, once they go away, they ain't winning.
I don't like shit. Hold on, somebody sent me the playoff thing here today. Well, they sent it on the NFC because they're both NFC dudes.
I like how they think that
I look for
playoffs will go.
I look for the Eagles to fucking choke in the first round against the fucking the Bucks.
I could see that.
Let's see. Ooh, Detroit or LA. Damn. I'm gonna skip out one for now. Dallas will beat Green Bay. I don't see Green Bay beating them.
So going back to the Detroit Rams game, it's going to be one of two things. Detroit's either going to win by 40 or they're going to
fucking shit pushed in.
Yeah, it's not going to be a close game.
They could still get the 7 seed though, right?
Detroit?
No, Rams.
Yes. The Rams could be 6 or 7. But I think Detroit could be 3 or 4.
And the Rams are sitting everybody against the 49ers.
So they're for sure going to lose.
So,
the 49ers are also starting Sam Darnold. They're not playing anybody.
Sam Darnold's going to be fucking lights out. Going to be killing motherfuckers. Y'all going to be wishing Sam Darnold, maybe not you guys, but Niner fans are going to be wishing they started Sam Darnold instead of fucking Brock Purdy.
It's possible.
I'm telling you, the fucking Niners they're good on paper. And they're good against fucking shitty NFC teams like the Eagles and the fucking Cowboys because they fucking beat the brakes off of both of them teams.
Yeah.
But what's I don't even know what the AFC bracket looks like today.
So
there's a lot that can happen.
I know there's a ton that can happen with that side of the thing with the last 3 or 4 spots.
With the last 2 spots.
Is it the last 2 spots now?
Yeah. So Cleveland has got the 5 seed.
Yeah.
Now, and Baltimore has the 1.
Right.
But then you can have Miami or Buffalo win the division there.
Yes, and they play each other this week, right?
Right. Whoever wins that game wins the division.
Yeah.
Then Kansas City, which they're sitting players.
Yeah.
Then Jacksonville, Indy, and Houston all could win the division. So there's Yeah,
It's gonna
so
be a good weekend for football.
essentially so it's got to be one of those three to win a division, and then they're all three obviously still in the playoff race, and then you got Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, both in the.
Cincinnati's out.
Oh, did they get eliminated?
They were eliminated this past weekend.
Okay,
Yep.
so it's Pittsburgh and somebody else. No, that's it. So it's you can have it so any combination of Miami, Buffalo, Jacksonville, Indianapolis, Houston, or Pittsburgh get the last two spots for the wild card, depending on who wins the division.
Pittsburgh has Baltimore. Pittsburgh could win this game because Baltimore don't really have anything to play for, so I'm pretty sure they're sitting motherfuckers. Or
Lamar's sitting.
Yeah, Lamar's already sitting. Yeah.
So
and you
it's
got
gonna be interesting.
And Indy. These are division games.
Yeah, that's what the league did start like 2 or 3 years ago. They started putting division games in the last week of the season because they knew those would matter for something. And like
great.
So Houston and Indy are playing Saturday night. It's the first game that Houston's played all season that's not 1:00 on Sunday or noon on Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, they're losing for sure.
Who do you guys have, Chase? I guess y'all only have Denver.
Yeah, which
Denver's out.
No,
Denver could still. Denver, I guess, could make it, right?
Denver's could, but I think it takes a lot because didn't Denver win?
They lost last week, so they're eliminated.
Oh, okay.
They're 8-8.
Yeah, but I don't think they can get the tiebreaker over any of those teams.
Okay. I think they've lost against Pittsburgh, and I don't know who else. I know in terms of like the most unentertaining things that could happen in week 17 to lead to the last week happened. Like all the teams that needed help in order to get into the playoffs, and it would have made a lot more games interesting for this. They all lost, so now they're all just officially eliminated, and this week is no fun.
Right. So Tyler sent over some all-time standings and stats. So Chase, 64% win percentage at 73-41, which this goes since 2020. So our last 4 seasons. Is that right?
Hey, look at me up there at number 2, 57%.
Trey is number 2 at 57%. I'm number 3 at 56%. Wendell's number 4 at 52%. And those are the only people over 50% win percentage in our league, which is pretty damn crazy.
You know, man, a couple of fucking weeks ago, I was talking about how this was my worst year that I've had in a long time. And Caleb, I remember, was going off in the chat talking about like that my teams weren't that good. And I'm like, no, dude, like my last couple of years, my teams have been pretty good. Last year I was 20-4, I think, or something like that. It was fucking ridiculous. Of course, I complete opposite of that this year. But every fucking running back I had was pretty much dog shit with the exception of James Conner, and he was hurt like half the season.
Yeah.
So that fucking killed me. But I'm not. It was a struggle to figure out where I was at on that list because I was looking for the wrong picture.
Oh yeah. Chase has the most points all time with the 7,500, which is 500 more than I have, and I'm the only other person over 7,000.
Damn.
Yeah. And then this year, when Sweet Pea scored 210 points in week 8, was the highest scoring game we've had all time. The previous high was Jed in 2020 at 190, and we beat that 3 times this year. Hayden twice and Sweet Pea. God. But I mean, if you look at it,
we thought there was more scoring this year too.
Right. Well, if you look at it too, that one from Jed was the only one that's not this year on that whole leaderboard.
Yeah, I think that's what Tyler was saying.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's that'll do it. A lot of one-sided affairs this year.
You know what's funny? I'm second in win percentage at 57%, but my points against are 3 points
more.
Higher. Yeah.
Yeah,
so the games I'm losing, getting my fucking ass kicked on.
Right. Well, Tyler wanted to point out that his win percentage includes a season of 3-27 where he had 10 players on IR.
I don't even remember the 2020 season because that was before Dynasty. But we were keeping players, and that may have been my Miles Sanders fucking rant, which is, I don't even want to talk about it.
Probably. You sure you don't want to talk about it? Better start Sanders.
Let's talk about it, man.
No, I should have started Sanders.
Why didn't you start him?
Yeah.
So I wanted Darius Slayton for some reason, and then I forgot. I think Jerick McKinnon was the next year. I think. I don't remember.
Did you
think of how many rings you could have had?
2 years in a row.
4. Huh? Yeah. If I would have started Miles Sanders 2 years in a row in the playoffs, I would have had 4 rings.
Because I think one of those years I beat you in the semifinals and then lost in the championship.
Yeah, I lost in the semifinals both those times, and then I scored the most points, winning third place both of those years. The most points of that entire week. Yes, trust me.
Is 2020 when we started using Sleeper?
I think.
Yeah.
Because we were on NFL app before Sleeper, which I always liked the NFL app, but Sleeper I'm getting used to Sleeper.
Yeah.
3 years into it.
One of those bought me my gaming computer. Yes, it did.
That you already sold.
Yeah.
Damn.
Final draft order now. So I'm going to book in the first round or each round with first and 10th picks. Well, I book in the first round because it's Jed's pick, the first number 1 that I got in a trade with Tyler. Wendell, Trey, Grant, and Grant round out top 5. Then Chase at 6, Hayden at 7, Jed picking 8th with Tyler's pick, Sweet Pea at 9, and then me at number 10.
So what's round 2 going to look like? Is it it's normal?
So round 2 should be the same.
I traded a pick. I traded a third round this year.
To me, yeah.
Yeah.
So but that would be the third round, so it would be the 33rd pick of our draft. But it will be that exact same order because it doesn't snake. So Jed will have, as long as he didn't trade his second round pick, will have the 11th pick.
When do trades open up anyway?
You can trade right the fucking now.
Yeah.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Tyler just reopened the league.
Yeah.
So Jed has his second pick. I traded my second pick to Tyler. So Tyler actually has mine and Hayden's picks in the second round. I do not have a second round pick, but I've got Chase's third and my third.
Yeah, when did I give that to you? Was that in our?
That was part of the trade
first,
last year.
You got Jonathan Mingo, and then I got your first overall, but you took my first and a third. I think is what we. Okay.
Yep. Let's see here.
Really?
Wendell's got his own pick. Grant Robinson has his own pick.
1/3, 2/4. That's fine.
Sweet Pea has his own pick. Chase has his second. Trey's third.
Yep. And then my fourth, which doesn't matter.
Yeah. Fourth, don't care. Grant Collins has his. Trey has his own second and Tyler's second.
I have Tyler's second round pick?
Mm-hmm. So you'll pick third and 8th in the second round.
Damn. Okay.
Nice.
What the fuck did I trade to get his second round pick? I don't remember.
There was a lot of trades during the draft, which I did like the 24 or the 12 hour, sorry, not 24, 12 hour draft time, just so you can kind of see what your pick is worth and what you want to trade for. So are we good for still doing 12, or did we want to shorten it down? I think the reason why we did the 12 was because there's some people that work night shift or something like that, and we didn't want them to be asleep during the time. So I do feel like we probably shouldn't do 6 hours, that, or we should pause the draft. But see, that would make sense because they'd be on night shift. So yeah, I think 12, in my opinion, works, but is it good with everyone else?
Yeah, we'll just have to send a text out in a group because I don't know that everybody watches.
For sure,
so
that's true.
Yeah, we'll send that out 12 or 24.
Oh, it was fucking when I got. Oh God, I fucking hate that trade. Damn it!
Yeah. And then one more slide.
I shouldn't fucking trade people. It never
Yeah.
fucking works out for me. I get fucking shit on every fucking time. Like, I mean, it's whatever. I traded you a 3rd round pick, but I never fucking started that guy. He was an insurance fucking policy, and I
think you did that week that I traded him to you. I think you did because Austin Eckler was still out.
I'm not sure that I fucking started that guy.
He may not have, but I know like the 1 week that I had him, I didn't play him, but he did well. And then whenever I traded you him because Austin Eckler I thought was still going to be out, and that was the only reason why you took that 3rd round pick. So
okay, I did start him week 3.
Yeah, but he played like absolute dog shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he played. To be fair, he played about the same as fucking Eckler.
You ain't wrong. That's why whatever Chargers running back gets drafted, because most likely they will. It'd be 3rd, 4th, potentially 5th round. Their value just goes straight up because I don't see Austin Eckler returning. I don't think they really are that fan of a Joshua Kelly. But then again, you could possibly draft this guy and he'd be exactly like an Isaiah Spiller who does absolutely nothing either. So
I think part of the Eckler decision too is going to be the fact that they're like $48 million over the cap.
Holy smokes!
Which is not the most in the league.
Who's
it would be. I'm trying to guess. 49ers? No, they don't have quarterback pay. Eagles. Fuck.
Somehow we gave Joe Burrow one of the biggest fucking contracts ever, and we are, I think, 6th. Like with as far as like how much cap space we have, the Bills. Yeah, we have like a lot of cap space.
Saints make sense. They have a lot of defensive players on huge contracts.
But it's not only that, they keep deferring money on these contracts because they're trying to have a win now window.
Yeah.
They are $84 million over the cap next year.
Jesus. It's insane.
Let's just take a look at it. NFL.
Breece Hall. I almost said Bryce Hall. Breece Hall and Jahan Dotson for London and Kirk. And then Kirk.
There's a corner for the Jets that did do well. Actually, no, I think Titans picked him up, right?
Who?
Bryce Hall. He was the Virginia Tech corner that he was hurt whenever he got drafted, and I felt like it was either
Caleb Farley.
That's not who I'm thinking of then. Now I'm interested.
Yeah, so I was trying to look up the salary cap tracker, but it says that the Arizona Cardinals are going to have $250 million cap space, so that's not accurate.
Yeah, I was right. Bryce Hall, he went for the Jets. Who did he play for, though?
Breece Hall.
No, it's Bryce Hall, the cornerback. The corner, not the running back, the corner.
Wait, they have a Bryce and a Breece Hall?
See. He played at Virginia. I knew it.
There's a corner named Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson's kind of a common name.
I feel like
racist. Do you know there was a player named Trey Lyons?
There's what? What'd you say?
None. I'm just being an idiot.
I want their thoughts looking back. So I traded Breece Hall and Jahan Dotson for London and Kirk. And then to get Kirk back, he sent me Dotson in a second. So it was Breece Hall and Christian Kirk. Not Christian. Was it Christian Kirk? Yeah, I guess it had to be Christian Kirk.
Surely you didn't trade Kirk Cousins for that. No,
yeah, Breece Hall and Christian Kirk for Drake London in a second. You got screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck yeah, I did. I mean, unless I make something fucking happen with the 2nd round pick.
Well, but it also explains this.
It's a good piece of art there, you know?
Oh, damn, look at the time.
Look at the
crazy. We get this off the screen.
That's a good segue. I like that. That was good. Oh.
Oh, damn it.
I've already done mock drafts, by the way, for rookies.
Nice.
Have you?
Yep. Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me. When are we doing our draft? Do we have the date set?
Shit.
No.
After the draft's done,
Yeah.
so it'll be a
So
while.
The real one's going to be the last week of April.
Yeah.
So
And then you'll
April
have a few months to
25th
figure
through
out when.
27th.
Yeah, I think we had ours.
Didn't it like the
June or
end of May?
July. Yeah, it
Was
probably was into May. Early, yeah, I thought it was early June or into May or something because it's like, oh, if everyone took 12 hours for their pick, we still get it done before the season started.
Right.
We finished well before that. I mean, it was.
Yes, it was frustrating that first night when you're like, all right, let's get a roll. And then like it stopped at the third pick for a solid like 6 hours. You're like, fuck. And so then it hit 9 or 10 at night. We're all texting each other. It's like, are we even gonna get finished before the season starts? I remember that first night was frustrating, but then after that it was fine. It made sense because like Will and I made a good trade. I know there were several trades that happened during our rookie draft.
So I didn't have a first round pick, and I had to make multiple trades. And ended up getting two picks. I think I got your pick in the first round, and then I got the first pick in the second round.
Yeah, you got Jonathan Mingo for my
Bryce Young,
and yeah, which I mean, at least you maybe if they potentially actually get good, you'll have the pair of them.
Well, I thought I had a diamond in the rough with Sam Howell being my other young quarterback, but good God, he
did not finish well. He did not finish well.
At one point in time, though, he was the passing yard leader.
Isn't that crazy? It just shows you yards don't mean shit, which is why Derek Carr is good at getting yards, but my God, when he gets to that red zone, he just forgets how to play.
And Sam Howell finished as the number 11 quarterback in fantasy, with his last 3 weeks being 8.28, negative 1.76, and 6.66.
Oh my God!
God damn!
Gross.
How everyone's rookie draft went.
I don't even know who I drafted. I know I drafted Marvin Mims. I drafted Bijan, which I still like that. I drafted Michael Wilson. I think that's it.
How do we
drafted 4 players? Marvin Mims, Bijan.
Okay, so Chase drafted Bijan Robinson, Marvin Mims.
Who was the 4th player? I think I only drafted
Roschon Johnson and Tucker Kraft.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did draft Tucker Kraft. That's right.
Yep.
And I released him shortly
So let's see. Wonder if I can.
Did I draft 5 players in? Because I know I drafted Michael Wilson. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
Oof.
So there was quite a few picks traded to him. So we started off as Bijan at 1-1, then Jackson Smith and Jigba at 2, Quentin Johnson at 3, Jordan Addison 4, Jahmyr Gibbs at 5.
Jahmyr Gibbs, that's a good one.
Zay Flowers at 6, Anthony Richardson at 7.
Potentially, obviously.
Yeah. Dalton Kincaid at 8.
Not too bad.
Trey with Zach Charbonnet at 9, and then I took Jonathan Mingo at 10.
The Zach Charbonnet, I still think will end up being good, but it may take a little longer than you need. Let's put it that way.
Then
but watch them.
Go ahead.
Watch them draft another running back this year early. It's just gonna piss off everybody.
Yeah.
Don't ever trust a Seattle running back.
It'll add to it.
Bryce Young and then Devon Achane.
What a pick.
Yeah. CJ Stroud.
What a pick.
Michael Mayer, Luke Musgrave.
Not bad.
Rasheed Rice.
Very good.
Kendre Miller, Will Levis.
Not bad.
Josh Downs and Luke Shoemaker.
Jake Ferguson is kind of taking the lead role on that, so he's just kind of there.
Third round was Marvin Mims, Sam Laporta at 3-2.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah. Jaden Reed.
Nice.
Hendon Hooker.
We'll see.
So, TBD. Stetson Bennett on the drunk out list.
That's not good.
Tajay Spears.
Not bad.
Yeah. Jalen Hyatt. Tank Bigsby. Israel Abana. Scrabble.
No.
And then Roshan Johnson.
Yeah.
Cedric Tillman.
No.
The
Browns
Cedric Brown.
receiver. Yeah.
Well, the Bengals running back Brown.
Chase Brown. Yeah.
Chase.
Good.
There you
Pretty
go.
good.
Yeah,
Michael
good
Wilson.
one.
Chris Rodriguez.
Maybe.
The steal of the 4th round, Tank Dell.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Zach Evans.
No. Terrible.
Kayshawn Beauty.
Kayshawn Booty.
Yeah. Then D. McBride, the running back from Minnesota. Whoever the fuck that is.
Dwayne McBride. Yeah, I don't even know, honestly.
Trey Tucker for the Raiders, and then Tucker Kraft. What's the final?
I was gonna take Trey Tucker just because I wanted another Raiders player on my team. So when you took him, I was kind of like, oh man.
I'll trade him to you.
No.
He had 2 good games.
Yeah,
I think it's just 1 good game.
one of them was during our most point our teams ever made in franchise history. So
Yeah,
I like to think that he gets some points whenever we score 63.
Did I hit y'all with Trey's new nickname?
I got a new nickname.
No.
I want to hear it. The anticipation.
I mean, I want to hear it too. I don't know anything about it. I'm assuming he's talking about me.
Yeah, something's telling me it's derogatory of some sort.
Please.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
Please.
Trey Reek.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Just because he can run 17 miles an hour.
Yeah.
He was still wrong the entire time during our conversation. So all y'all were wrong. Listen, all of y'all were on that. I've shown that video to so many people. You've apologized and you said I'm wrong, so I'm gonna release it. But the whole Trey Reek thing should be Chase Reek. I mean, let's be real.
But you're not faster than me.
That doesn't matter. I was the one that said that we could do it, and you're the one that's like, 13 miles an hour, that's the fastest time ever. Ooh.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Debate the shit out of your 16, Chase. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a lot to debate, but I put on a show for my neighborhood, and that's all that matters. There was like 3 of my neighbors out in their front yard. My dad was taking them bourbon bottles to them for having to witness me running down my street. Oh, it was good, dude. That was a lot of fun. That was just an entire blast.
Speaking of Collinsworth, I thought he was joining tonight. What the fuck happened with that?
He said he's asleep. As he texted it to me.
I'm asleep. Yeah, okay, you texted the thing.
Whatever. That's where I thought you were, to be honest.
Me? No, I was on the phone. Sorry. I tried to get a little faster.
It's all
get
good.
off the phone a little faster, but it was a lot to talk about. So
we just whatever we can do to give you a hard time is fine. So how did we do on our start and sits last week, Chase?
Okay. So for our finish of our start and sit, say Trey, you selected James Conner as your start. What a wonderful start against Philadelphia Eagles. That one-handed catch he made in the end zone was pretty lit. If y'all haven't seen it, it's pretty cool. But then you sat Joe Flacco. How could you? I mean, literally, he's the second coming, man.
The Jets, and he fucking carved them stupid bitches up, bro.
Like, for 300 in the first half.
Oh, dude, I was fucking sick. I was like, because you guys we were texting about that game, and within like fucking 5 minutes of the game, he had already threw a 50-yard fucking pass to the Ford guy. Yeah. I was like, son of a bitch. Like, I hope this is the only thing he does. No, fuck no. Joe Flacco fucking put it on me.
I should go back and see like how we did with our sits and how we did with our starts. I may try that here in a bit.
Like separate them?
Yeah. Because if I had to imagine, we're probably hitting our starts more than our sits, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Anyways, Trey, you finished the year at a smooth 6-20. Which,
much
hey,
better-
I mean, I'm not much
better this
better,
year?
nor is Will. Tyler
Yeah.
did okay. He injured or picked Devontae Smith, who got injured for his sit.
Yeah.
Oh, he got injured?
Yeah, Devontae Smith. He went out of the game with an ankle injury.
I didn't realize he got injured.
But then Dak, he had his start, but 19.3, and that was a no, because we do 22 points for
Mhm.
quarterbacks, right? So he got just a one loss, but he finished at a smooth 500, 13-13. I picked DeAndre Swift as my start. That didn't pan out. And then I had Amari Cooper as my sit, but he did not play the Thursday night game, unfortunately, so I didn't get one for that. So I finished at 9-20. And then, Will, you started David Njoku because you were trying to wish it to fruition, which it totally did. David Njoku scored 17.4, and then you chose Garrett Wilson, which I feel like you've been close on your sits. Scored 9.9.
That's like 2 or 3 or 4 or something.
Where you're
ridiculous.
at least within a point,
Mhm.
but unfortunately didn't hit on that one, so you ended up at 9
But
and 17.
he still only scored 9.9 where he was projected 15. So I feel
Oh
like
no, and then I'm even wrong. I missed a week. You finished at 11 and 17. I finished at what the fuck did I do? Not even 20. What in the hell?
you probably
finished-
did math while you were drinking that wine bottle.
I finished at 9 and 17. Tyler was 13 and 13. And then no, okay. So I had you and mine wrong. But no,
Oh.
Trey, you still finished at 6 and 20. So
Oh,
Made a
man.
lot of bad choices.
it's all right. That was hard. We didn't really start out with a cut line.
I was going to say, man, like half of the season next year, this will be better because we got more of an idea of what we're trying to do. Captain Wine Cooler over here. Is that you?
Yeah.
Who else?
It wasn't even a wine cooler. It was fucking wine out of a bottle.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, amen. It was just a wine bottle. I was tired of seeing it in my fridge. I wanted it gone, so I drank it.
Because my first fucking like 3 weeks, I don't exactly know how we kept them or how we scored them. Like I technically I picked right, and then but like also it was like they were very obviously going to be right.
I think we debated them, right?
Mhm.
Because I think like one of them I completely disagreed with y'all, and since I'm keeping the points, I gave myself a half a point. I think that's
Like
how it started.
I think if we pick a player and they get injured, there should be like an injured, almost like a
Tally.
top. Yeah.
I'm up for it next year.
So I think we should do that next season.
22-18. I'm just writing the point total. We did
And of course-
16 for tight end, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and now we've got more time to think about it too, because, you know, when we started this podcast, it was just kind of a last minute, like, hey, you want to fucking do this? So
Yeah.
we just kind of threw some stuff together. Now we have, you know, all summer to think about how we want to make this better. And we can even hop on and do, you know, we can talk about the NFL draft and talk about
Oh
our
shit.
draft or anything like that. Like we can do whatever the fuck we want now.
I paid because I want to do my own stuff, but I also know that I probably won't be able to as much as I have before. So I paid for somebody who updates his draft stuff all the way up to the NFL draft at the end of April. And that's including like big red flags of every player, what their specific role in their position would be. Like, and I was just learning because I honestly didn't really know what a scat back truly meant, because I always was thinking that was your elusive running back that can catch the ball, you know, mostly used on third downs. Apparently it's not. It's not the same as a receiving back, which is what I was considering a scat back as. So I'm learning a lot just from this thing that I purchased, and it seems pretty cool. So, and this is core. My favorite part of the NFL is the draft, the rookies, the hype, and everything. Just to get let down with our terrible first round pick every year, but
Yeah.
they just need to hire me. I'll get us a good team.
Right. What are you asking? What is it? Are you talking about
The scat back? Sorry. So Will was telling me that it's more of your elusive running back that kind of
It's
laterally can play is what I'm taking
Speed
it.
and elusiveness.
Okay.
Is a scat back.
And then a receiving back is obviously a receiving back.
So
do you think they receive the ball? Do they catch it?
Catch it. One hand, actually. That's what you have to be considered in order to be a receiving back.
Chris Johnson was probably more of a scat back.
Really? See, I was thinking more LaShawn McCoy or
that's another one.
the Chiefs. Who was the
Jamal Charles?
But he's more of a receiving back, right? I mean, he caught that damn ball every couple plays.
He did catch it a lot, but I'd probably put him in the scat back category more than the receiving back category.
Okay, but like speaking of categories on this thing, just since we're on it,
Eddie Lacy was more like the refrigerator than the scat back.
he would be considered your power back. But like he's got feature back, one cut back, which I'm assuming like they cut once and then boom. Featured RB2.
So one cut is essentially that they go and they plant their foot and they make that one cut and that's all they do.
Okay.
So like they run to the hole and then they plant that foot and make a cut and that's pretty much it.
This guy even has large scat back. That's funny. And then committee, speed back, early down bruiser. He has so many stuff, which, like I said, I'm still learning, so we'll figure it out. But he updates this almost every day. He equals scat back. No, capitalize that a little further than maybe. But yeah, it's fun. This is my favorite part of the year, so I'm happy to get on at any point in time if y'all want to talk about anything rookie related. So
we can do it.
Is this our last episode? Like for a little bit.
Yeah. Giving Will
unless we want to do something else. But it's the last one we probably have planned.
Do we just want to get together and just shoot the shit for fucking whatever?
That would make more sense of the title name that I had no idea how it related to our league whatsoever if we just get on and just talk about random shit. That would make sense. I'd be down
just
for
a fun reason to hang out, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Come in. We get guest speakers and do some weird stuff. That's why not. I'll drink more wine on live.
Figure out how to
go up and drink beer like a man.
Figure out how to stream video games.
That'd be lit.
Tyler, are you trying to send a virus? Like, what the fuck is that?
I think he got hacked.
Yeah.
He's on drugs.
His fresh child just sent that.
Fresh child. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Fresh.
All right, boys. Any final thoughts?
Stream.
No. Fun year, man. Fun year.
Yep.
We'll see. I'm really interested to see how Brandon Ayuk, where he goes, because that's my trade for DeAndre Swift.
That's another thing we should probably do is after that first week of free agency, when the league year starts in March, is to hop on and we can discuss the big moves and how those are going to play out fantasy wise.
I'd be down. Yeah, and then projecting who's going to be, who has the better team, who doesn't, all that fun stuff. Because like I said, that trade itself, I felt like was much bigger than I thought it would be. I thought it was a no-brainer. I thought DeAndre Swift would have leveled out. They would have used a more running back by committee when Kenneth Gainwell come back, and they just said, you know what? You got on your phone during halftime. You're not playing another down. Gave everything to DeAndre Swift. Of course, he's good. And,
not everything. DeAndre Swift only gets to the 1 yard line, then they have the tush push.
And that literally,
are they abandoning that over this offseason?
I would think
that's about to go away, isn't it?
How do you ban that though? Like, what do you flag? Illegal use of hands on your teammate's ass. 10-yard penalty. Like,
essentially, what they're going to have to do is ban pushing the ball carrier.
I thought they which means they did pulling.
Pulling is illegal. So pushing. So like even when a running back runs up in the hole and they get stopped, and you see offensive linemen push them, like they're going to have to ban that too.
Dude, fuck that.
See,
fuck that. Man.
I don't think
what else are you gonna do?
I don't think
why ban the play? Just don't fucking ban. Why ban the play anyway? What? Because nobody can stop it. Tough shit, motherfuckers. Like, sorry, you suck and you can't stop Jalen Hurts from fucking crossing the 1 yard line.
Well,
so
I think it's
you
because
are in
other,
favor to keep it, is what you're saying.
it's because other teams
Yeah.
have tried it and gotten players hurt by doing it.
I mean, that's a fucking risk, bro. Like, you got gigantic fucking dudes slamming into each other every fucking play. Like, that's part of it. That's part of football.
Yeah,
And also, if you
Tyler
guys
puts up
haven't
that good point there, saying you just
Yeah.
can't push the QB. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess that'd be fine.
I don't know if you guys have seen it, but
But what's the difference between pushing a quarterback and pushing a running back? There's no difference. You're pushing the player.
A running back is spendable.
yeah, quarterbacks don't come along very often that are good.
It's a fucking joke of fucking.
No, it
if
is.
that's how they justify it, it's a fucking joke.
It's going to be flag football in 5 to 10 years anyway at this rate. So
For real. I still think that hit on Michael Pittman, like, that was a legal hit. It was bad because it injured him and it hit his head. But
Yeah.
to be suspended for the rest of the year for that, I still think is a little much.
well, it wasn't just that hit; it was that he's a repeat offender.
I understand, but I mean, like, repeat offender or not, that was a legal play that was just the rush of the moment.
Or illegal play.
Legal. It was legal. He led with the shoulder. It just unfortunately hit the guy's head.
Yeah.
It just looked bad because he was diving. I mean,
They were both literally like horizontal.
Yeah.
He had to run as hard as he could in order to stop the play.
Mhm.
And the only way that he could stop the play was to try to hit his arms. Obviously, he mistimed it because Michael Pittman is running as hard as he can and diving, full throttle to the ball, and he unfortunately hit him in the head.
You can't save everybody.
And that's the thing. And, the whole Tom Brady thing on, like, quarterbacks need to be held more accountable. Coaches need to be held more accountable. They're not going to. So, like, that argument it basically can be washed up. There's no point of having that argument. It's not going to help anybody. But, concussions are a real deal. And, people are getting out, coming out for a long time after getting on the concussion protocol. So, the only thing you could possibly do is give people more punishments, and that's what they're trying to do. So, people are on concussion protocol for it. And I mean, like, understand. I don't know. I'm with you, Will. I don't want it to be flag football. I loved the early 2000 football, even before that. And what's funny is Hall of Famers that played in like 60s, 70s, 80s are basically saying that the 2000 year football, that was basically pushy shit, I think is what they would call it. So I don't know. We'll see how the game of football.
You had a Pro Bowl where the punter for the Bills ran a fake where he's running up the sideline, and Sean Taylor leveled him.
Leveled that.
Leveled
if people
him.
haven't seen it, you need to. It's crazy.
So. I'll say this, man, in regards to concussions and shit, man. You can't save everybody, man. All these dudes know what they're signing up for when they get into this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to an extent, I understand, like, not wanting to be like, you don't want these hits to be like malicious in nature, where it looks like they're trying to fuck somebody up and like really hurt them. But also, I don't know that you could convince me that homeboy was trying to hurt Pittman on that hit.
No, I don't think he was.
I don't think he was either. But
it's just,
if his history was bad, you know what? So be it. But it's just, I don't know.
It's the way.
Hopefully,
it
doesn't
get
worse.
Yes, what happened.
Yeah.
The Elijah Moore concussion was probably worse because of how his head hit. Whereas Pittman, his head didn't get hit. He got hit and his head popped back. Yeah. Which I know they're trying, like, with the helmets, and then I don't know if y'all have seen some of the players like wearing little neck braces around their neck.
Is that what Tony Pollard wears?
Yeah,
what's that weird thing that he wears around his neck?
So there's a lot of people that are wearing those now that's supposed to help prevent concussions, because what it does is it's supposed to, which look at me knowing some like medical type shit. It's going to put pressure on the back of your neck and your spine to limit some of the blood flow to your brain, so that way when you get hit, it's not going to move around as much.
What?
Yeah, that was what I was told.
That seems
limit
like it
blood flow to your brain.
Yeah, it's supposed to limit. It's supposed to limit something to your brain that's not allowing your brain to move as much when you take those kinds of hits.
Cerebral fluid? I mean, Okay, whatever. I'll have to look that up. But
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Let the
That's
doctor
actually-
look it up, Will. You just worry about aluminum, okay?
Yeah,
no, that's
right.
not what I mean. It's just right now it doesn't make sense, but maybe I can make it make sense to me. So
Go buy
Well,
your
yeah.
aluminum cans and recycle.
there you are. Will, congratulations, man. Hell of a win.
Yep.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
What are you?
I knew I wasn't gonna have
I'm gonna go
any-
play with my winnings.
Ugh.
Nice. That's lit.
All right, boys, we'll reconvene in. Would you say March?
Unless we
yeah.
want to talk about the playoffs. Want to get on and talk about the playoffs? We can do that.
Oh, we
Oh,
could,
we
yeah.
could.
Yeah.
Totally could. Yeah, March free agencies, really fun time.
Mhm.
Then
Free agency, NFL draft.
trade? No, trades
Trades
typically
don't
happen
start till the
after.
new league year anyway, which is the same
Okay.
time as free agency.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's after that.
Yep.
And then obviously, I'm all about draft, but I
Yep.
can talk about it beforehand where I think people are going to go, who I think is the better positions if we want to.
Yep.
And go from there. I'm totally game.
Yep. All good sounding
Shit.
ideas.
We'll be texting about it. We'll be figuring some
Oh,
shit
yeah.
out.
We'll be finger fucking.
Well, I don't know about that, but you guys could be. I don't necessarily think I want to be involved in that.
Oh, come on.
That sounds
know you
fun,
wanna
but I'm
do it.
gonna leave it to y'all.
Sounds fun, huh?
Ugh. All right,
You are
shitheads.
participating, so it's gotta. I mean, you're not gonna participate in something that ain't right. Or do you
What?
just like?
I think you made a lot of assumptions here.
Hey, y'all are the ones that were saying y'all were gonna do it. And when I said I didn't want to be a part, Will said, "Oh, come on!" Like y'all were already. I mean, maybe I'm making some assumptions. I don't know.
I just want you all to draft like the Raiders for the next 5 years, so you know exactly how I feel.
But I don't draft any. I don't draft anybody on my team.
The Titans have been just as bad, so I'm right there with you already. I mean, we took an offensive tackle in the first round that's not even fucking playing football anymore. so-
How the whatever.
Yeah.
I can complain about draft picks for a while. I agree.
Ooh. All right, on that note,
All right, boys. We'll holler at y'all later.
see
See
ya.
ya.